welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. Today I decided that I'm going to be making these holiday spiced almond shortbread cookies, and they're like little cookie balls that are gluten-free, made with flour. And I thought, what a perfect time to talk about the holidays and some travel tips for the holidays as I'm making these cookies. How fun. So I do have a few tips for you. I have 10 tips to help your holiday travel go smoother. And then I'd love to talk about holiday traditions. Like, what's your holiday tradition? Whether you celebrate, whatever you celebrate, do you celebrate? And what do you do? So let's just go into some tips. So tip number 1 is give yourself plenty of time. If you don't give yourself plenty of time, you're going to end up being in a situation where you are going to be stressed, you're going to feel a lot of anxiety. So just during this holiday season, make sure that you find time to give yourself some extra time, because that's really important. And while you're at it, just be patient and be kind, because those things will come back and help you. You know, I mean, if you're patient and kind, you do stand out. And with this travel situation, everyone's going to be out there traveling. It's really important that that you just have patience. And if you have time, then you'll definitely have patience. Tip number 2 is to pack light. Because there's going to be so much going on, you know, you want to make sure that you pack light so you're easy on your feet. I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks, and so that's going to be a challenge, but I'm not going on the airplane. I'm just going to be going in my car, so I can just pack whatever I want. And the other tip is, when you're traveling, especially on an airplane, don't wrap your gifts. If you're bringing gifts, don't wrap them before you go. Wrap them when you get there. And if you are staying at a hotel, use the concierge services. They can help you. And but I, of course, have wrapped all my gifts, and I'm going to be Santa's sleigh in my car. So that's really important. Another tip is try to, I know this is too late, because by the time you're going to listen to this, you probably have already booked your flights if you're flying. But if you haven't, or for next year, you really want to try to book the earliest flight of the day on your airline, because if any flight's going to be delayed, it's usually going to be the flight later in the afternoon. So book the earliest flight out, and sometimes it's a good idea, if you can, to actually see my little sorry, my mind got thrown off track while I was rolling my little shortbread balls. To actually go a day in early, because that way, if you have to be there, then if anything should go wrong, you have some extra give and take. And with that said, if something does happen, it's kind of nice to have a backup plan. What would happen if your flight got delayed or canceled and you couldn't make it? Do you have a backup plan for your holidays? That's always a good thing to know. And with the holidays and with delays and who knows what can happen, you should be prepared and bring some snacks. Just have some food with you in your carry-on bag, so just in case anything should happen, you have a protein bar, you have some nuts, just something that can sustain you. And make sure you bring your water with you, whether you bring your own water bottle and fill it up at the airport, or you buy a water bottle there. Just make sure you have your water, because that really makes a big difference. Always get travel insurance. Travel insurance is really important when you're traveling these days. There's medical reasons, there can be flight delay, I mean, just to be certain, and really travel insurance is not that expensive. So it's really important to think about getting travel insurance as well. Another thing is to make sure that you know how to get through TSA smoothly and easily. And I have a YouTube video about that, and I have more YouTube videos about that coming out. But you want to make sure that you know what you can bring through in your luggage. Do you have TSA pre-check, which would make it so much easier? Or you need to know that you take your shoes off. Don't wear your belt. Make sure your pockets are empty. Make sure that your liquids are in a clear container. All of those things are really important. So make sure you're able to get through TSA smoothly. Everyone behind you will be grateful. And then the last tip, which could be the most important tip of them all, is download the app. You need to make sure that you download your app, whatever airline you're going to fly, because if you fly an airline that you don't ordinarily fly, you could always delete the app. But have the app, log on, and put your flight information in there so that you can get notified if anything should happen. You really want to make sure that you're notified, and that's really going to help you along the way. So those are like 10 tips that are really helpful, that can help you have a smoother travel weekend that's coming up here. The other thing I wanted to talk about is holiday traditions. Like what is yours? So for me, I was raised in an Italian family, Sicilian, and we had certain holiday traditions growing up. So on Christmas Eve, the 24th, in the evening after work, we had a big gathering at my aunt's house, and we had fish. You know, the Italians and their fish, and Fridays fish, the whole Catholic thing. We had so much fish, and I hated all of it except the crab. And now looking back, I think, wow, what a gift to have all of that delicious fish. But as a child, I didn't eat any of it. And then on Christmas Day, we would have meat, roast, we would have raviolis and the sauce and all of that really good, delicious stuff, and that was my favorite. My mom and my aunts would make homemade ravioli. And then as I grew up, as I became an adult, my tradition was kind of like Christmas Eve, roast, raviolis, and crab. So I combined it all and just did that. So I'd love to hear what your holiday traditions are. Do you celebrate? Do you spend it with your friends? Do you spend it with your family? Or do you not do anything? You know, it's all good. I was just curious to know what you guys do. So thank you so much for joining me with these cookies. I'll show you what they look like at the end. They are definitely not going to look like the picture, but hopefully they taste good. So thank you for watching, and ciao for now. Bye. So my cookies are done. Look at them. They look pretty good. And they're pretty good. So happy holidays. Thank you for watching. Hi, if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching it. I really appreciate it. What I wanted to tell you really quickly is that I'm having some really great trips for 2023. And if you're interested, please reach out to me. The first trip is an Amalfi Coast trip in Italy, and that's going from March 31st to April 7th, 2023. There are only 3 spots left. So if you're interested, let me know. It's for anyone is welcome. And then I have my women's journey trip that's going to be in September 14th to the 23rd. Nope, to the 24th, 2023, and that's going to be a women's journey, and it's going to be amazing. So if you're interested, let me know. I'm going to have links in the details, and then keep tuning in because there's going to be more trips. There's going to be another great trip for everyone going to Ireland, and I might have a local one for the United States, somewhere fun. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Bye.